Good day, everyone, and welcome to Community Talk. I am Jemima Joseph, and I'm happy to be here today with Elizabeth Jackson. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
Hi, I'm amazing. Thanks for having me.
You're amazing. Why did you use the word amazing? Because usually people say, I'm good, I'm well. Why amazing?
I guess it starts with the first letter in the alphabet.
Okay, so that's the first thing. I feel like I need to tell it to go through the whole alphabet and give me adjectives to describe yourself, but I think that is a lot. So, Elizabeth, tell us about yourself, please.
Okay, so as was mentioned, my name is Elizabeth Jackson, and I live in South Trinidad and Tobago. I practically lived here my entire life, right? I went to Gasparilla Composite, and after such, I pursued my degree in health, safety, and environment. So I worked in the construction industry for approximately 12 years on, all these plans. Loved my job, right? Earned well, but what I lacked was time, So
okay.
I just decided to make a little pivot, but no children at the moment. I'm married, just a year and a half. December will be 2 years to an amazing gentleman that waited for me.
Big up him.
Right, very supportive. So we on this entrepreneurial journey together.
So it's the time thing that made you move from construction business to entrepreneurship?
Correct is right.
What about time?
Time, in my opinion, I believe time is the most valuable commodity that we have, because you can have money, right? You can lose it all, and you could get it all back, with an opportunity, or just going back and do the very same thing that you would have done initially to acquire that money and wealth.
Okay.
So for me, once the minute and the moment has passed, it will never come back, So I'm just big on being able to maximize my time, enjoy time and life in my youth with the people that I love, So I was just so consumed with the job that I decided to look for other options. And that's what I was taught. I was taught to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, work the 40-year plan, all that in it, right? And then retire and live on 40% that probably wasn't sufficient in the first place. And then when you do take stock of your life, you realize, wow, I'm 60, 65.
All I did was work.
Yeah, I never traveled. I never even left, my home country. And that to me is a sad reality check. So I just decided, you know what? Let me pivot, as I mentioned before. So yes, I did the degree because I didn't know better at the time. And now I have the opportunity to enjoy time and also have money on my side. So I kind of get the best of both worlds, both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
And that is why I really made the pivot. Also, a sad reality was while working, the more hours I worked, the more money it looked like I made, but the more taxes I paid, because in the construction world, based on deadlines, sometimes I had to work 12-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts.
Far too long.
And that is what that was one of the defining moments that made me pivot when I realized, but hey, the more money I made, the more taxes I paid. And also, I fell asleep behind the wheel because of being in a managerial position. I was so tired in terms of training staff and Gasparilla. I was on Gasparilla, the highway in the proximity of Gasparilla, which is approximately 15 minutes from home. And I don't know when it happened. My eyelid just got heavy. I fell asleep. And in the nick of time, the Lord woke me up.
Amen.
So I'm just thankful for life and being here today. And that is when I really made the decision, you know what? You need to just stop building everyone else's dream and try to look at other ways that you could still live a happy, contented life, but also have time on your side. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. I'm the last of 3 children. I know if my mom was here today in terms of being in the land of the living, I know she would have been proud of me because she was my number one supporter prior to me meeting my husband, So that's kind of my story in a nutshell that led me to this point.
I'm very glad you're alive here today because a lot of people fall asleep on the road, and I could imagine how scary that is. Just close your eyes 1 minute and wake up the next minute in another place. And driving is a whole thing too. So,
yes, I'm just thankful that I get to tell this story and inspire someone else. That you can do more, you can have more,
than just that.
You can be more.
So at that moment, when you almost got into the accident, that made you say, time to wrap up this.
Because I was building again, someone else's empire. It was a Canadian company. After shifting gears from health and safety, I became the sales manager of a Canadian-based company. And that was only because I was paying like $6,000 in taxes after working 16 hours. So I'm seeing 19,000 something on the pay slip, but I'm only going home with 13, 14. I said, no, let me find a little side hustle, a sideline. And I got into sales, and I became so good at it that they gave me a sales manager position that I couldn't refuse, and I left health and safety altogether. And it was at that point when I could have succumbed to a road fatality because I was so tired and I fell asleep behind the wheel.
Oh, take sleep, guys. Sleeping is good. Sleeping is good. Are your siblings also in the same business as you, or are they doing their own venture?
No, they're doing their own venture. In terms of the traditional, get a government secure job. So my sister, who is the eldest, she actually just retired as a teacher, a primary school teacher. And my brother, he's a prison officer by profession.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
So really in the ministry. Okay.
Yes.
So you said you did an associate's degree in occupational safety and health?
Yes, I did.
That's okay. So how do you think that has given you the advantage into moving, as you moved into the entrepreneurship side?
Well, number one, I don't bash education, formal education, that is, because it sets a good foundation in terms of creating cash flow to fund your dream or decide, what you're really passionate about. So that was the foundation for me. And it brought a lot of financial remuneration. It paid well. Back in the day, it wasn't that saturated. Now, the average individual feel they could do a 30-hour introduction course to health and safety, and then probably have some contact and then get a job. But for me, it was not like that. You had to go through, all the theory and get certified and go out in the field, get hands-on knowledge. Probably get a little exploited because you have no experience.
Unfortunately.
But, that's just part of the work world, So I love the foundation, and I'll encourage anybody to start there, right? Because it also creates a sense of discipline. Because if you could acquire any degree, it meant that you was consistent, you was persistent, you was disciplined for extensive period of time in order to acquire such. Because a lot of persons start the journey, and this is across the board, and they quit along the way. They give up hope, be it education, career, otherwise.
So it wasn't the theory part necessarily that gave you the advantage. It was more the discipline you learned from sticking it out all those years in the school.
Correct is right,
Thank God for discipline. And do you think it was a difficult transition going from construction, working those 12 hours into this?
Not really. Why? Because I still felt that I was pursuing passion. Because what I'm doing now falls in alignment with health and well-being.
More than what you was doing before.
So I was doing health and safety from a standpoint of preserving the health of the employees, ensuring that they leave work just the way they came to work, and be that third eye. Because sometimes you're caught up doing the job that you neglect health and safety practices. But what I'm doing now is more so promoting health from a standpoint of well-being and life, and being proactive and preventative where your health and wellness is concerned.
So this new one, it's more holistic as opposed to the other one, so you're getting everything. So you say I was doing, like, taking care of the employers to make sure they leave the place in one piece. So this one is like telling you everything about your body. Do you think they get that incorporated into...
So this is basically, making persons more aware and more or less encouraging and promoting health and wellness from a standpoint of being proactive as well as health and safety.
Yeah.
They taught us to wait till the person falls to put measures, systems, procedures in place to prevent, the fall. So here I'm just more passionate about teaching, encouraging persons rather to eat healthy, exercise, live a healthy, incorporate some fitness and take care of, because you have one body.
Yeah, you do.
And to take care of your greatest gift. Yeah.
Do you think you will go back? If something is to happen, do you think you will leave this and go back to the other thing? Or you say, or where you are now is where you are now, and you'll stick it out even if something happens?
Yeah. Where I'm at now, I'm so comfortable in the sense that I have time on my side. For me to be here, I didn't have to get time off because my husband and I, we work. Nice. Yes, we work from home. So again, the job is a good place to start, not bashing the job, but just being able to compare and contrast the time freedom aspect that I can get up when I finish sleep and, basically work online, and I could be remotely. That level of freedom and control where time is concerned, I will not consider going back at all. And in addition to that, I will say the icing on the cake is me being also in a position to help others do the very same thing, take care of their health, but also show them avenues where they could create additional wealth. So that to me is even more fulfilling and heartbreaking to know that I could be an instrument and I could be used, as a messenger to give somebody hope, someone who feels hopeless, like, they just surrounded by four walls, they don't know what to do next, that I could, bring an opportunity to them that could help them, improve and better their situation.
Okay. One more question before we go on break. If not the degree you did, would you have chosen to do something else with the knowledge you have now and you went back? Would you have chosen to do another degree, or would you have not gone to school at all and just
honestly, I feel, yes, I said, the power of discipline and consistency and all of that, but knowing what I know now and knowing what I was taught to do, honestly, I feel like I would have never done the degree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would have led on entrepreneurship because I have it's not easy, but it's a road where when you persist, you are able to have both time and money on your side. And as I mentioned, time for me is more valuable than money because I can get back money. If it's lost, I didn't do a good investment or what the case may be, but I can never get back time. Yeah, so time, and for me, time
is more important.
Is way, way more important. And the acronym I've learned for time is things I must experience. So it's all about experiencing as much as you can while your body in that youth that you could really enjoy skydiving, doing all these exciting things, in my youth.
And with that, speaking on time, we'll take a break. We'll be back to look at all of the products on the table. I know you see it. We're coming to speak about it. We'll be back soon.
Trinbago Heritage, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on NCBNTT Television Network.
I'm Steve David, and I'm your host. Today I talk football as usual, and I have with me Linda Bramble, welcome to the segment. Michael Ragnar, welcome to the segment. Mr. George Jefferson, George Anthony Clark, that's Dwight Delion. The president of the SSFL, Marie Gonzalez. Marie, welcome to the segment. Leroy Delion, welcome to the segment, Leroy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in every Tuesday night, and NCBNTT, thanks for the opportunity.
Brother, before you could say Raja, but look we deep in it, yeah, and still here we complaining. There's no chance for sitting. Everybody giving comment and we cussing the government. But it's we who throw rubbish on the street. It's we who does litter up we beach. It's we who does the garbage bin to put drinks to go for when we bend it. And then it was we, rather than us do these things. It's we who does call the only friends. It's we who does fuss and complain. But I say, it is we to blame.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Community Talk. I am still Jemima Joseph, and we are here with Elizabeth Jackson, an entrepreneur and very big on health and wealth. And as you can see, we have a lot of lovely products lined up here. Really cute, I should say cute. I wanted to say another adjective, but it didn't come to mind. Beautiful packaging. And yes, Elizabeth, I need you to go through every one of them if you so desire and tell us what we are looking at.
Okay, my pleasure, my pleasure. So we have two lines of products, right? First, let me give credit where credit is due. I'm representing an international company by the name of Envision You, and we are the health and wealth company. All right. So my husband and I, we are both founding members of this company. You know, we made the decision from inception based on, we knowing the leaders and know what they stand for. So let me get right into the products and shift some gears, all right? So we have our spray mist technology, which is what we launched first, right? The spray mist technology is sublingual. What I never knew prior to being introduced to this nutritional supplement is that sublingual simply means that you are taking your supplements under the tongue or your medication under the tongue.
Does that have a benefit?
Yes, most definitely. The benefit is the delivery mechanism that is used. The absorption rate is way greater than taking a pill. So we have basically two major glands under the tongue. So anything you spray or take under the tongue, it goes straight into your bloodstream, bypassing your digestive tract, So the absorption rate is super fast. In less than 30 seconds, it could be absorbed into your system.
This wouldn't harm the body with how quickly it moves. That this is beneficial as opposed to being harmful.
Yes, it's beneficial. Reason being, all the products are natural.
Yeah.
So there's no additives, no preservatives. It's gluten free. It's no GMO, cruelty free. We didn't kill any animals, right? So everything is all natural. So you could even take it alongside your prescribed medication. It's vegan friendly, so you know it might have persons who vegetarian, vegan, no dairy as well. So back to the delivery mechanism. Most persons take their supplements. Let's say a pill, you take a one-a-day pill. How you take your medication? Pill, capsule?
I would say pill. I don't really take vitamins, but yeah, if I did, it would definitely be gummies or take any pill.
Okay, so what I've learned, right, is that a pill you only get 15% absorption rate.
Okay.
Right? So with the spray mist technology, right, as I said, it goes straight into your bloodstream. So first you don't have to find water, it don't have to dissolve, it's more or less instantaneous. So currently we have 7 different sprays, right, and they serve different health benefits, different purposes. So I will go through them, right?
For you?
Yeah. So this one, right? So the first one is Empowered, right? Empowered is a vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, it's big in the US, getting vitamin B12 shots, right? Where persons go and get that injection. However, you get the same benefit without the pain. So I will gravitate to this.
It's a spray.
Anyway, right? The recommended dosage is 8 sprays under the tongue. You hold for 5 seconds. Yeah, in one go. You hold for 5 seconds and then you swallow. This has a nice kind of peppermint flavor. So, one of the secondary benefits, apart from energy, is a fresh breath. Right? So my husband and I, we take this on a morning to start the day. So what I love also, you don't get that crash. Normally you might take an energy drink that may be high in sugar or caffeine to give you that boost, but then after you crash at the end. So again, all natural. Now I'm gonna dive into our weight management system. So we have 3 products. I will consider the weight management system, and you take them together simultaneously. So how I take them, because I want to lose a little extra pounds. The summer is here. Yeah, so it will definitely increase the results with exercise. Could be just walking. That will even help.
So supplements and move.
Yes, most definitely, right? So the Empowered is part of the weight management system, also the Crave. So what the Crave is an appetite suppressant. So it suppresses the appetite more so from the urge, and that desire for carbs and sugars. Because, sometimes we will eat, but after some persons will say, I still need something sweet, after eating. So they're not hungry, but just could be bad habits or, that pattern. So what I love about the Crave, over time, it reduces and then it eliminates the urge for wanting the sweets, because I was a big fan of donut. Right? But what I love is that I didn't feel like I was depriving myself, that I'm starving myself from this. So it didn't put me in a mental state of mind. I just naturally did not have the urge for it.
Does this taste like a donut?
Oh, good question. This tastes not like a donut, but it's a caramel latte. So for all my coffee lovers, if you resort to coffee as your go-to when it comes to energy, you have to get that caffeine throughout the day. This is a healthier replacement, I would say.
Is it caffeinated? No, it just tastes like it.
It just tastes like it, Right? So that's the Crave. It's spelled with a K intentionally because it's a keto-friendly spray. And ketosis simply means that by you not eating continuously and you're putting your body in a state of fasting, some person might know IF, intermittent fasting, it allows the body to use the stored fat you have in those places. For instance, your love handles that no one loves, right? So you start losing that stored fat. as a result of ketosis, extending that, that fasting window, fasting period. Right? So that's the first one as part of the weight loss system. We have so what the Empowered do now, because the Empowered gives you energy, clean energy, and normally we eat food to get energy, correct? This replaces the fact that you did not eat, all that carbs and starch. So that gives you that clean energy. And to really take it up a notch now, put it in overdrive, we have this one. This one is the Beefit. You're doing a lovely job, I must say.
I made for this. Also,
I must say. I'm considering hiring you.
No problem. Let me know. I will hold them.
So the Beefit is to boost your metabolism. It's a fat burner because as we age, things tend to start reversing and slowing down. So to really take it up a notch and increase that metabolism rate, which allows you to lose the weight, the Beefit works in that regard.
So these are generally for losing weight and
those three in particular, taking them simultaneously, that I call that, the weight loss cocktail, right? So I would spray 8 of the Crave, hold it, then the Empowered, then the Beefit, and then swallow. Hold for 5 seconds and then swallow at once.
Just in case we run out of time, let's go to these products.
Okay.
On this side.
Right? So we have the flagship product, which is the Alive, right? So the Alive line is all natural food supplement. What they use to make it is natural ingredients, fruits, vegetables, as the case may be. So I'll start with the original. So the original flavor is apple cinnamon. We call it AC for short. So the blue and the black is the same content, same flavor, just different packaging. Different packaging. And they comprise of 10 powerful ingredients. So we have the apple, we have the cinnamon, we have the green tea extract, we have ginger, we have...
Does it taste like a icy?
No, this one tastes more like a kind of cranberry mix because there's cranberry. Cranberry have that kind of tang taste, so you get that tang taste after. So you have B12 in it. You have green tea extract that helps with weight loss, weight management. We also have, as I said, raspberry. We have cranberry. We have cinnamon, as I mentioned. Ginger, definitely. We also have aloe vera, what we'll call aloe in the backyard, right? So that is the powerful flagship product. And then, we took it up a notch with the red. So the red is the ABC, apple, beet, and cherry. So the red has everything that I just mentioned, but they added beetroot and they added cherry. So this one is more of a sweeter blend, more tastes like a juice, a fruit juice, right? And we have this one. So this one I'll leave him for last, but this one we just launched it, right? The end of May. So it's now a month since we launched it. And this one is liquid gold. I call it the liquid gold because it's liquid collagen. I didn't know the importance of getting collagen in our body every day. Super, super important. So the original flavors help persons any challenges, let's say blood sugar issues, like my brother is diabetic. So it helps with blood sugar issues. It helps with blood pressure issues. It also helps with weight management, also energy. It helps with any challenges us women in terms of imbalanced hormones. I have a good friend of mine, business partner. She suffered from endometriosis. I never knew of that challenge in terms of cervix. It's very painful every month. I personally could attest in terms of using the product. I used to have excruciating pain during that monthly period, that we women have to endure. And I know a lot has to do with the inflammation in the body. So the product also helps. One of the main benefits is getting rid of inflammation in the body. And inflammation causes pain, but also causes a lot of health challenges. So it's like a general supplement. I don't no longer take the 1-a-day tablets because I never was a fan of tablets. And now I have a good replacement because the tablets used to stay and expire. Just the thought of having to take this big pill, right? So it's a preventative measure for me who, knock on wood, is in good health, wanting to to stay in good health as long as I could possibly can in terms of me being able to control that. But also for persons who already have health challenges to manage, and maintain so that it doesn't escalate and get worse. And again, the liquid collagen, that helps with hair, skin, nails, bones, joints, gut health, which a lot of challenges start from the gut area. So I'm just loving that right now. I actually mix the two together. So, we make our own cocktail. And we mix the two together. Really, really tastes amazing. We have it in
these are just
we have
smaller
them in the smaller version, which is more convenient. And just to quickly run through the sprays that I didn't get to do. The vision is 80% of lutein. 80% of lutein. So this helps with eye health. We have one that personally helped me with better sleep. The dreaming has melatonin, GABA, valerian root. So any sleeping challenges, that will help you. Then we have a Forever Young, which is anti-aging. We want to look young forever, that fountain of youth. And last but not least, we have one called Calm, which is for mental health, for stress, anxiety.
Right, so many varieties, so many reasons. So tell us where we can find you online, phone number, contact, social media, so we could possibly come and try out your products. So how to find you online?
Okay, so y'all can find me online on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, Elizabeth Jackson. All right, I have a Z for my middle name between, so Elizabeth Z Jackson. But also I would prefer if you make contact with me directly, so you can reach me at 868-379-3997. That's 868-379-3997. Elizabeth Jackson is the name. For any more questions, concerns, feel free to reach out.
Yes. Thank you very much, Elizabeth Jackson, for taking the time to come and speak with us here on Community Talk. We've learned so much, and we see the possibility of taking care of yourself and remaining in good health. So you don't be afraid to come and check her out online or watch this interview and do other stuff. Take care of yourself, y'all. At the end of the day, just take care of yourself, okay? All right. Thank you for listening and tuning into Community Talk. I hope you all have a good day. I'm Jemima Joseph, and see you all at the next one.